Fun and games. Fun and games. How tedious is that? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. My software didn't let me do it at the last minute. Can't believe it. Yep, don't adjust your sets. I've caught the sun, as Mark rightly points out. Right, let me just tell everybody on Facey what's going on. Basically, what happened is I use a piece of software called what's actually called Elgato, and I had it so beautifully set up tonight. It was going to be rocking. I had web pages ready. I had multiple cameras ready. Everything looked mint. New microphone plugged in. Everything looked absolutely mint. And then it syncs up to your YouTube channel like seamlessly. Went through, clicked, go live, and it sort of thought about it for a bit. And then this is bang on 9 o'clock, by the way. I thought about it for a bit, and it went, oh no, you can't do that. And it actually said, because your account is not in good standing. And I was like, have I got a strike or something? And it's not that. I think what has happened is I've changed my YouTube password since using Elgato, because it has been a little while. And so I don't, although it could see things when it actually tried to connect, to log in, to do the live, to take control of the live, it didn't want to do it. But obviously that was way too late to start the wheels turning, because I activated the live that way, but then it crashed. Bad times. So what I will do is just quickly update everyone on the old Facebook, and that is what I'm doing right now. And sorry, so the show was had an amazing beginning. It had an amazing beginning. I had a little intro screen while everyone was getting sorted, and I could check it was all synced. I was going to check the sync while it was on that screen. It was going to look absolutely mega. I'm just on the webcam now, but I was all set up with my DSLR and all that. So that was a car crash of a start. Let me just get that done, and then there's this website. Oh, I'm way out of it. Looks poo. Let's have a look. Or maybe let's untick this. F that. Oh, it looked poo then when I was looking at it on the YouTube. Let me just, there's this website called Twitter. I don't know if anyone still uses it, but I will just quickly delete the old tweet. And yes, I understand. Delete the old tweet and put the new URL on there. I don't know how many people care about Twitter these days. I don't think it's ever really taken off for the old vaping, has it? Okay. So what a shame, eh? Anyway, let's just put that there, and then that there. Oh, here's a little tip for everyone watching. We're getting started in a second. Don't you worry about that. One little tip for everybody watching: if you look to your top right, if you look to your chat panel, I'm sure you're using that to keep yourselves amused right now. If you go to your chat panel in the top right, there's a little tick and it says top chat. Change that to live chat. And once you're in live chat mode, you can see every message that comes in. I look amazing. By that, I don't mean I look good. I look like a tard. But I mean, what I mean by that is that video picture looks really good on a Hangout, but then when I switch over to YouTube, oh well, that's live, isn't it? Okay, so right. So let's forget all of that just happened. And anyone that hit the like button on the previous one, on the previous failure of a show, this has already been better than that. So make sure you hit that like button. Okay, what a belter of a show. It would have been even better if the software hadn't gone crazy on me. Bet that's loud, isn't it, when I do that? It would have been even better. It would have been so good. But that's something to look forward to in the future, isn't it? Like, let's see who's in chat. The famous Mark Todd from Todd's E-Cig Reviews is in chat. David Mottram is in. Derry Murphy, my brother from another mother. Everyone is in. Michael's here. Daly's here. Scotty Bogford, Bob Clark, Russ Ferguson. Do you know what I was going to do when I was talking to chat? I had this brilliant screen thing where I went into the little corner bit here. I went in there, and then you could see the full chat on screen. It would have looked so good. We might play with all that stuff later. Yes, Dominic Pelosi points out Mark Todd is the wizard of camera stuff. So yeah, that's a thing. I do consult Mark on a semi-permanent basis. Yeah, he gets annoyed with me. I talk to him so much. No, he doesn't. But he doesn't say he does, but I'm sure he does. Craig Harrison's in. Shane's in. Everyone is in. Iggy's in. Okay, so what do I need to say at the start? Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So, what is going on tonight is my wife's out. So I've bathed and bedded the kids myself. However, that does mean that they're asleep, and they're great. There's usually no problem, but they are asleep, and I'm supposed to be looking after them. So I had this brilliant test card, you know, the old BBC test card. I've modified that, and I was going to put that up on screen if I had to dash out and tell them to F off. But that's not going to happen now. So if I suddenly go dark for whatever reason, I'll be back in a sec. It's vaping live TV first, isn't it? Parenting and vaping live. So that's a thing. So there's that. What else do you need to know? Okay, so yeah, so for the mathematicians among us, we are continuing with the number system on the v1og's. So this is v1og 6. Even though it's live, we're just seamlessly putting in the live ones with the normal ones. We're keeping count as long as we can. It's definitely number 6. I double, triple checked. Right. This is all just the business bit. We haven't even got into it. What we're going to do tonight is we're going to look at some pods. This is brand new, straight out of the gate from ELeaf. So this is the iWu. This is the Wismic Motiv2. We've also got the PAL Mini. So we're going to look at those pods, but we're also going to look at these as well. We're going to look at, stay tuned, we're not just looking at pods or juice, but we're also going to be looking at these on point liquids from Just Add Nick. I've got the full range, and I'm quite into them, and I want to talk about them. And what I've done is I've put a new thing, a new item that's in the review queue. I've put the juice, each of the juices in that. So I'll talk about that and all that. Russ, don't shoot off too fast. Look, changeable sleeves. I'm gonna F it up already, but it's got changeable sleeves. It doesn't have to be rainbow, bro. Rainbow, bro. So that's a thing. I feel like I've given away too much already. And we've got some new things that I've literally not even opened yet. We might open them up later. And stuff. Oh, I can't nick catchphrases from the Ideal Home Show, but there really is some stuff. There really is some stuff. No, I haven't chosen to have it ugly. Oh, I don't know actually. here is the box. Let's see. Oh, well, let's just get into this then, since it's already raised eyebrows in chat. Let's just very quickly talk about the ELeaf iWu. Okay, so it is a pod system. It's just come through the door. Comes with 2 pods in the packaging. You can put whatever juice in you like. Oh, it doesn't come with alternative sleeves. That's a negative. That's a negative. If you're going to do a changeable sleeve pod system, put an extra sleeve in the box. No brainer. No brainer. So that's a thing. Yeah, so it's the ELeaf. Oh, it's going to sound. I'll just leave this in a pile. It's okay. So where were we? The ELeaf iWu. You can put your own juice in, 2 mil capacity cartridge, but you can't do anything about the pod once the coil is dead. And there we go. So what's going on? It is quite a unique design. Micro USB at the bottom. And I wonder if it functions like this. There you go. So there's another color option for you. Yellow. You'll notice there's a little light at the bottom. That doubles up as a battery indicator. So your pod is on top. Your pod is on top. So that is your pod there. Those are interchangeable. And it goes in there, and it looks to me, I know that they're sister companies or parent companies or what have you. The Motiv2 from Vick looks to have the exact same coil system. So it's the same vape style as that, but in a very different thing. So you put your pod on top, and then you've got changeable sleeves on here. And there you go. It is also a suction activated pod as well, just like the Motiv. But it's definitely a tighter draw than the Motiv, but still not crazy tight. But yeah, that's the new ELeaf iWu. Sorry, in a way, that's a great name, because every time I say it, it makes me smile. The ELeaf iWu, other colours are available, and even within that, other sleeves are available for your other colours. Oh, Bob Clark has said I poo. Oh, so yeah, in terms of height, I don't know what is a good barometer. That's an 18650 battery. The iWu is a little bit taller. And then coming from behind, like Mark Todd and Craig Harrison often do, is the PAL Mini. This is the PAL Mini from Artery/EH Pro, I think. This is this is another one. This is another kind of pod system, kind of smaller and all-in-one than a pod system, purely on shape alone, really. Also, when you it's going to flood like mad now I've done that. But you take the cap off, and that bit comes off as well. And it's, yeah, the whole thing chucks itself out. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so we are on. I wouldn't recommend grating cheese with the iWu. First of all, you can get a cheese grater from like a supermarket for like £2, and that's probably about 25. That's just for kickoffs. So this is the PAL Mini. You've got your little juice indicator there, micro USB. This one is a button to fire. It's small. It's small. I'm not enjoying the vape on the PAL Mini. I was having a look at Craig Nichols' original PAL mod at Fest, which I'll talk about later, vapefest. Yeah, I was looking at this at Fest, the original one, and it's quite a lot different. It's quite a lot different. So I wouldn't say if you love the PAL but just wanted a smaller one, this is the one for you. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that, because I'm I'm not enjoying the vape on this. It just doesn't taste very good. I know for a lot of people it's just a nicotine delivery system and flavors irrelevant on these type of devices, but flavors poor. It doesn't taste saturated. Yeah, I'm not enjoying. But it's very dinky. It's very duty. And basically the coil thing comes out when you're out of juice. You unscrew that, can chuck it all out, and it's all just in little thick bits. And that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the Pal Mini, and I can't even. That's all I can say about the Pal Mini, to be honest, because just the vape hasn't infused me at all. These aren't as bad. My favourite so far on looks and style and vape style of all the pods that have come in is the Motiv2. However, I think there's far more potential with the Inikin one that I did a quick look on just the other day. So that's that. So that's the pods. Oh, can I also say, I don't know their exact scheduling, but I think VT UK is on right now. So I just want to say sorry that I crashed your time slot, VT UK. This is literally the only time slot this week I could do, and yeah, I won't make a habit of it, and I'm very sorry. And don't go and watch VT UK now, but in the future, do check out Vape Talk UK. It's a lovely show on a Tuesday around this time. I think it's on now. And if anyone from VT UK ends up seeing this, I'm really sorry that I crashed your time slot. But it feels like there's someone on all the time now, so it's inevitable in a way. So sorry about that. So that is that. So I'm going to very quickly talk about vapefest. Have we got over my ridiculous face yet? Not just in general, but it's particularly ridiculous sunburnt face. Have we got over that yet? No, we're still going. Yeah. John Martin, I look a bit Jamaican. Yep. You're not going to get too distracted by chat yet. Okay, so Vapefest was this weekend. Vapefest was last weekend, and hence the sunburn, the exposed field, no sun cream, etc. I just want to say that I love Vapefest, and I've always loved Vapefest. I think it was either my third or my fourth this time, and it's a brilliant event, and I love Vapefest. And I had the most fun at this Vapefest than I've ever had at any Vapefest ever. Best Vapefest in terms of fun for me this time. I felt like I literally knew everybody there. It was like I think someone said on the Saturday, it's like a village vape, except it's an online village. And so everyone knows each other like you would in a village vape, but everyone's from all over the country. It just happens that we know each other through being online neighbors, if you like. So I think that's true. It just felt like I knew everyone. Everyone was so friendly. It was such good fun. The weather was amazing. Amazing gear on sale and all that sort of stuff. I had a brilliant time. Absolutely loved it. Hello, MBK. Welcome to the show. So I had a brilliant time. I thought it was truly, truly brilliant, and I loved it. However, I would like to see them take it up a notch if it's to go on and last forever and have the longevity that these things something as good as Vapefest, it'd be an absolute tragedy if it ended. And to be honest, I would love to see it not just continue, which is if it carries on the same course, there's a chance it might not continue because the attendance numbers are going down and the stall numbers are going down, and those are basically the two things that you'd measure a show on. Hi Billy the Kid, thanks for joining. So those are the two things that you would measure a show on, an event on, and it has slightly gone down. Each year on year, it seems to be going down, and obviously, if it continues in that trend, eventually it won't be possible to do it. And so, I really want it to stay. I think it's brilliant, and I love it, and I would like to see them I don't know what they should do. I'm absolutely no expert on these things, but I would like to see them go bigger next year, not smaller. I want to see more stands, more shops, more gear, and as a result, more people. Hopefully that brings in more people. You know, people are going to be looking at what shops are on. Also, don't do that thing. Oh, this is just my opinion. Don't do that thing of drip feeding the vendor list of who's going to be at Fest. Don't do that. Put as many as possible up. Put as many as possible up straight away. Because people are going to be looking on the site. If they see enough vendors they like, enough manufacturers they like, they will come. And just open it up. Get more international stands, more international mod makers, more international shops. Look at getting some Chinese manufacturers in. Look at there are some great ones that are loved across the community, especially even as you know. Look at the success and the popularity of the Coil Art D Pro Mini. How cool would it be to have a coil art tent at Vapefest? And we'll see what they're doing next, see what the next D Pro looks like, or whatever they've got planned. It's not for everyone, but there are certain people at this Vapefest in particular that I don't think were catered for. I saw about 3 different affordable bottom feeding RDAs. About three in the whole event. If you went to Expo, and in no way should it be compared to Expo, if you went to Expo, there would be over 100 different affordable RDAs. So I just want to see. I think Vapefest is so good. I just want to see it go up and up and up. And I would like to see more stands. Whatever they need to do to make that happen. More stands, more shops, just general shops. Like if someone's got a shop in Grimsby, I don't see a reason they can't have a table at Fest or a tent in Fest. Just any random vape shop. They tell their people they're going. They tell their customers they're going. Everyone should go. And it just grows and snowballs. And social media. You're going to have to get social media. And very last thing, I think it's fair to say that in some corners of the online vape world, it's got a stigma. Vapefest has got a stigma. And I think it has to try and remove that stigma and be more inclusive. And that will save it. That will save it. And I think, because I genuinely don't see a reason that everyone in the whole of the world shouldn't go. I mean, that possibly the field is big enough for everyone in the whole world. I haven't done the maths, but literally everyone in the whole world should go to Vapefest because it's ace. And open air. It's just great. So I love Vapefest. I had a brilliant time. Thank you to everyone that came to see me. I think it's amazing. And I really want to see it grow. And I really want to see it grow and be a thing. So that is that. Speaking of Vapefest, I did get some cool stuff at Vapefest. Well, that's subjectable. To me, the cool stuff, things like this, to me, I like. So I got 2 new juices. This one is called Cactus Punch Custard. And fans of Cactus Punch, do not be alarmed. They've not just poured yellow gravy all over your favourite juice. This is really clever. Cactus Punch Custard. This is coming out very, very soon. This is a very, very clever juice. It shouldn't work like cactus. Like people say, what Cactus Punch tastes like? It's very hard to say. For me, it tastes a bit like a mojito or something like that. Sort of like it's very hard to describe. But like for me, it tastes a bit like a mojito. That's what it always reminds me of. He's put in just dashes of custard in here. And it's totally changed the flavor. It's brought out a lot more fruit actually, but this is nice. It's not super custardy, but it's a different take on cactus, and I think this is great. I'm really enjoying this. Oh yeah, I've done half of it already. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that, and it was nice to get a tester of that before that goes out. Very, very pleased with that. This is 2 new things in one. I have Rick from modmaker.co.uk's new Squonk cap. So basically, if you've got any unicorn bottle, the unicorn bottles, for those who don't know, are the ones that have got a flat top, a little thing coming out, and all this gets really juicy and it goes on your trousers. It's those bottles. So if you've got one of those bottles, the threading of this cap threads perfectly onto there. And what it is it's a bottle. You can still drip with it if you want. See? You can still drip with it, but what it's for really is it's got 510 thread in, and it's for filling up your squonker. So you take your squonker to work, You take one of that, you put your cap on, your juice, whatever you're using, take it to work. Your squonker runs out while you're at work. Oh no, I'm gonna have to make a mess. No. Take your RDA off, screw this on, squeeze your bottle, turn it upside down, fills it up for you. Happy days. And unlike some of the ones that have hit the market that are similar to this, it's not made of aluminum or anything like that, so it's not going to kill you in your sleep, which is good. And Mark Todd didn't enjoy cactus custard. It's a very subjective thing. It's not super custardy. I would definitely not say if you love custard you'll love this. Definitely would not say that. But I like cactus punch, I like custard, and I do like that juice, but in no way are those things comparable. Ian Schwar wants to try that. Yeah, so the Mod Maker Squonk Cap, I think I really like this. This is the 61 for the 60ml bottle, and there's another cap for the 120ml bottle. So you've got on the go 120ml squonking with that one. Really cool cap, very well made, great, works great. Threading's great, very well made, and it's made out of a proper metal, unlike the other ones. And the other aspect to this was Eclipse, Strawberry Fields Eclipse. This is a new juice from St. Simon Sawyer. This is Strawberry Fields Eclipse, a new flavour that he's going to be bringing out in his range. Again, available, I would have liked to assume, will be available from justadnick.co.uk. So yes, that's Strawberry Fields Eclipse, and I'm not even going to begin to describe that, but again, I really like it. Yeah, in fact, I like it more than the other stuff he's done previous. So yeah, I really like that juice. So right, what do we what I'm going to do now is let's have a brief interlude, see what people are saying in chat. Mick's never tried any cactus juice. You do surprise me. Craig's enjoying the juice, as I just mentioned as well. Kaz is in the house. Vapefest and Collective dropped the ball this year, in my opinion. Oh dear. Well, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. I think it's often best not to postmortem these things, but actually just go bang. Let's just do it even bigger next time. And it's not as easy. It's like running a country. You know, we all think governments are rubbish and that, but I guess, do you know what? It's actually quite tricky to run a country, and it's actually quite tricky to run a vape event. So yeah, let's give them a chance to to improve. There's a few people that didn't love Vapefest. I don't want to go back on to the Vapefest train, but yeah, to a certain extent, is what you make it as well. Like if the show was in a pub with no vendors, I would still have a blast. But I'm a raging alcoholic, so okay. So Iggy has a question. Want to buy a cheap squonker, £40. Looking at Vandy Vape Pulse 80W. What do you think? Okay, so honestly, if you can just save up another £20, remember that's only another 2 packets of cigarettes, then I would recommend the Basium. But if you set your heart on a single cell regulated squonker that's around that price, I would say the Pulse. Also check out the Hot Sig RSQ. You might be able to get that in the sales nowadays. And then there's this one as well, which is by no means bad, the Pico Squeeze 2 from ELeaf. Most of these things I do have reviews for, so scroll back through my videos to find those or something. I don't know. So you've got options. You've also got this. I don't know how much this is going to be, actually. This is Mike Vape's Recurve Squonker. This is not regulated as such. It's protected, but it's unregulated power. So we're coming back to that in a sec. there's a lot of options. You won't go madly wrong with the Pulse Squonker from Vandy Vape, but there are alternatives. There are. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's not get too into channel. Let's just let me get my stuff off. Right. So literally the next review. On the next review, you will see on this channel. Touch wood. No, I can just say it with total confidence now, and who's gonna notice anyway if I get it wrong? The Boy OC Rage Squonker is the next review up, and I know I'm a bit slow to get this one out. However, it has afforded me the loveliness of actually getting to have a go on the firmware update, which is a big fix to this Squonker. So I'm going to be covering the mod and the firmware update and its new prices, because it has slashed in price as well, and it totally changes where this sits in the whole world of what Squonker should I get, because the price has almost halved since it first came out, which turns it from a mid-price Squonker to actually a very affordable Squonker. So it's afforded me a certain luxury in the review. I'm going to show you how to update it, the firmware as well. So hopefully that'll be useful for some people. I am majorly over the whole trying to get stuff out for quickly for views thing. I'm just going to take my own sweet time now. It seems like it doesn't. For me personally, it seems to not affect my life very much. How many people view my videos? You know, the sun still comes up. My kids still want to hit me in the face, and yeah, car still runs, lights still turn on. It doesn't seem to affect my life that much how many people view my videos. So I'm gonna more suit it to me. So that's a thing, right? So literally in the next review is going to be the Boy Rage Desire Squonker. Have I turned it off? Yes, I have. So that is literally next. After that will be the Sahara RDA from Free C Vape, who made the Saver RTA. And we all know how brilliant that was. So that's exciting. New Sahara RDA from Free C Vape. We're going to come back to, because one of the juices from On Point E-Liquid is in there. So that will be after the Rage. Then it is this. It is the Recurve Squonker from Watofo and Mike Vapes. I prefer it to the intake. So hopefully Mike will enjoy that video a bit more than the previous. And so that is that. Then after that will probably be the Warrior RDA from Watofo. And I think I'm going to do a proper video on, well, a quick look video on this, simply because someone's got to, right? So yeah, so that's the plan on that. So yeah, so that is that. Right, let's get into the juice. Anything has come up? Keith's got the RSQ and he likes it. So there you go. Bassium's Top Banana says pies. Oh, I could do this like football scores, couldn't I? Daily Walk says my best fest so far. I entertain myself. Oh, UK Vapesters in the house. Lee C. So looking forward to getting the Recurve mod. Well, we're going to talk about that in just a second. Let's get into it. Okay, so new juice line on Just Add Nick. It's been there a couple of weeks, I think. It is called On Point Liquid. As you can see, the labeling and stuff is all shoddily done because I did it myself. I got the concentrates from Just Add Nick, justadnick.co.uk. You have the option of buying it as a kit where you just put it all in and then just add Nick. And then, or you can just buy the concentrates. And because I've got a big bottle of VG, a big bottle of PG, and a big bottle of nicotine, I tend to just buy the concentrates, sling them in, and just build it up myself. The prices are amazingly affordable if you do it that way. You can get like 100 ml of juice for like £8. So so that tends to be the way I do it. But that is why it's in my own bottle. I've labeled it like this. Although it doesn't look good, it's great for me because I can see however I've sat it on the shelf, I can see what it is, and that's why I do it like that. So yes, so this is the first one from On Point Liquids. This is honey and cinnamon Danish, and I have this on the Proton with the Sahara RDA from 3C Vape, and that is this RDA right here. Basically what's going on with this RDA, 24 mil, squonk pin included, and as you can see, it is very, very similar in deck style to the Engine V2 RTA. And yes, they've done the same hanging down coil. So if you can't figure out what's going on here, or you haven't seen the Engine V2, the coil goes upside down in the deck, and you just tighten those and then snip your leads off the top. And there are some real advantages to doing the deck that way. There are some disadvantages too. We'll get into it on the review, but effectively, it's a very, very cloudy RDA. Let's have a blast. This is Honey and Cinnamon Danish from On Point Liquids. This is the one. This is the one that tastes exactly like honey glaze. If anyone remembers that or has that juice or likes that juice, honey glaze. I can't remember who made it. But honey, it tastes exactly, if not slightly better than a honey glaze. Honey glaze, who made that? Oh, I can't search it. Someone put in chat who made that. Honey glaze. It was really popular about a year ago. And I had a couple of bottles of it myself, and I'm loving this juice, this flavor. Honey and cinnamon Danish. Couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah, it's got that honey, it's got that cinnamon, and it's got that Danish. I'm not a juice reviewer really, but I genuinely love that. I love that at really high watts. I love that to drip with, to squonk with. That is a gorgeous juice. Yeah, sub tank as well, be great in a sub tank. Really like that juice. So that one is a big thumbs up. Honey and cinnamon Danish, On Point e-liquids. Just a nick.co.uk. Okay, next on the list we have blueberry tart. Blueberry tart is their second flavor, and I've got this in the Recurve RDA on the Recurve mod. So for those that don't know, this is Mike Vape's new squonker from Motiv2, and it's kind of the mod follow-up to the RDA. The RDA was very, very popular single coil RDA, and this is the squonker to go with it. Squonker to go with it. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Now, there are some things here. This mod is ridiculously comfy in the hand. For those that don't know, its best mode, in my opinion, is 2700. Door on like that. It's got a door for the bottle. It goes in like that. The doors are very well put together. It's got sort of a rubbery finish, but it is made of zinc, and it's very, very big. Very, very big, and very, very heavy. The Basium, but comparing to the Basium, which is a dual battery squonker, let's not forget, the Basium is kind of smaller and shorter. So it's a big mod. It's a big mod. How it's big, and it's very heavy. It's zinc alloy. It's very heavy. It's heavier than the Basium with an extra battery in as well. So it's very, very heavy. And very, very big, but very comfortable in the hand and very well put together. The doors are very good. The buttons, the ergonomics are on point with this. And it's unregulated power, but it does have all the safety features, low battery warning, short protection, and all that stuff. So that's what we got going on here. Let's give it a little squonk. Nice squonk bottle too. Yeah. So this one is the blueberry tart. I didn't have high hopes for this one, to be honest, because blueberries look like cherry and strawberry and stuff like that can be so minging. It can be so chemically. It still reminds me of the Hansen juice days. But not with this one. It's nice. It's very, very nice. I'm getting much more blueberry than the tart. The tart seems to be just a little bit of after. It just sort of takes the edge off a little bit, sort of a biscuity tea type. It's very pleasant, very, very pleasant at high wattage. I would not recommend blueberry tart at low wattage though. I don't think it flavor would pop out enough. But at this wattage, this wattage, I like it. It's very, very easy to vape, very easy to vape, and the tartiness actually, it's coming right through now. So that's interesting. That's a good one as well. That's okay. That's a good one as well. Don't be put off by the blueberryness. If, like me, you've got all these old memories. Old memories. Stop putting me off in chat, Craig. So that is that. Okay. Now, the next one is apple tart from On Point Liquids. Hopefully this is better than Juice Review because I do keep showing you new stuff. Apple tart. Apple tart is the next flavour from On Point Liquids from justadnick.co.uk. Available in store now. Don't worry about the SSL certificate warning on the site. Just put in your personal details, irrespective of its encryption. They didn't tell me to say that. I shouldn't have said that. This is in the Wismec Luxottic MF, and this is their new regulated squonker. Squonk bottle there, look. Board here, 1 2 3 4 5. There's the board. In here we have a 21700 and a huge squonk bottle in here. Here is your very, very traditional squonk bottle. Look at that puppy. Look at that. Must be the best part of 9mm in there. I haven't got to the point where I've got all the details, but that is a huge, huge squonk bottle. And the joys of 21700 regulated vaping. It's also got another trick up its sleeve, this mod. It comes with a spare board, and the spare board can turn it into a dual parallel unregulated device. So it's got some screws on the top, screws on the bottom, 2 screws on the bottom, 4 on the top. You take those off, you pull that out. It's got a pull in and pull out board, and if you can switch it out, you can take this squonk bottle out and put another battery in, and you've got a dual, like a lazy box, like a, is it called an easy box in America? They call it, I think. And that's what's there. That's what's there. So this is the Luxottic MF, and on top it's got the Guillotine V2 RDA, which we have seen before. However, they've put can you see they've put like a very tacky abalone, what's it called, Damascus, like a tacky Damascus sort of engraving on. So there we go. So that's what's going on with that. So yeah, so in here we've got apple tart. Let's have a quick blast on apple tart. This one's a bit weird. This one's a bit weird. This one, it's not very appley. It's not very appley. It's I don't know how universal the apple slice is. The apple slice. So you've got in a bakery, you've got a layer of pastry. Let's say thin crust, phyllo. No, I don't know my pastries. You get a layer of pastry, get some sort of like apple jam in the middle, and you get another one. So you're getting a lot of tart, but not that much apple in an apple slice. It's like an apple slice. It's like an apple slice. Again, very vapable. They're very vapable, you know. This one would be fine at any wattage, in any device. They're very vapable. That's like a hallmark of these juices. They're not overpowering. They're not sickly. They're not. Don't burn your whole face off at high wattage. They're very, very vapeable juices. So pretty good. So yeah, of course, a review is coming for this. But again, I guess no mad rush on that. Let's just cleanse the old palette. Is the apple tart a thing? Is the apple tart a thing? Is it what the apple slice thing? Is it a thing? Come on, chat. Wake up. Next juice, the last of the juices, and then we'll just talk nonsense for 10 minutes. The last juice is strawberry sponge. On point liquid strawberry sponge from Just Add Nick. Okay, so I've got this one on my Dreamer. If anyone has a spare stainless steel Dreamer, I'm not a big polisher of mods. The brushed one. I'm not a big polisher of mods, but if anyone's got one, I'll buy it off them for half recommended retail price. So I've got it on the brass Dreamer that I can't be bothered to clean, but I do love the Dreamer. I really think it's a fantastic mech mod. I know they had some issues with the coloured ones or whatever, but I do really like it. On the Dreamer, I have the Warrior RDA. This is up for review as well. This is from Motiv2, and look at the drip tip. How good is that? Yes, so this is a 25mm squonky and non-squonky RDA. It has, dare we say, goon style clamps in here. Slightly overjuiced that. But yeah, it has goon style clamps. This is one for the builders. This is one for your Instagram builder. I think it was made in collaboration with some Instagram build team. Can I be right in saying that? Is that a fair comment? Let's refresh this, see what's going on. Yeah, so yeah, the Warrior RDA 25mm goon, very goony, but with these tiny little air holes. Fit huge coils in here, huge coils. It's like a 25mm goon, really, with a different air holes, and I think it looks pretty good. I like the way they've done the little Warrior engraving. It's not in your face. It's a pretty RDA, and it's definitely one for the builders. It's quite an insulting term, that, actually, one for the builders, because even if you're a little mouth to lung builder, you could still do a brilliant builds. You can still be a brilliant builder. You just don't want to do tarty Instagram pictures. So let's say it's one for the Instagram builders. Let's say that. This one is strawberry sponge, and this one is the most pleasing one to me. I can vape this all day. This is perfect in a sub tank. I could just, or a high power RTA. I've got some high power RTAs as well to review. But yeah, this one is just so easy to vape. Strawberry sponge. It again, strawberry juices 4 years ago were minging, absolutely minging. They were truly awful. They just tasted so chemically. They tasted more like a strawberry sweetie or something, like a hard-boiled strawberry sweet or something. They were nasty things. But now this is so smooth and sweet. The sponge aspect is, I think, what saves it. Is it just makes it a really sort of desserty, easy to vape thing. That's great. I really like the strawberry sponge. That's going to go very quickly, because that is the sort of juice I would take to work, because it's just so vapeable all day. So that is the On Point juice line. If any of those flavors caught your eye, then go to Just Add Nick and check those out. I really like them. They have this sounded very commercially, not being paid to say this in any way, but my friend John does run Just Add Nick, so I am influenced by that, but I think they're great. Yeah, Iggy has said in chat, why is 100 ml of juice so cheap, so expensive when all the ingredients are so cheap? I mean, where do you draw the line? I mean, petrol's pretty cheap. Petrol's pretty cheap before the tax, you know. It's the way of the world, isn't it? It's the way of the world. I mean, that's the entire economy is built on cheap things sold expensively. So, you know, where do you draw the line? Luckily, we've just had Nick. Like I said before, I think it's about £8 for 100 ml. So that's a lot cheaper than your typical commercial juice bought ready-made and everything. That would be, you know, £25 for 100 ml. So it's crazy. So that's a thing. So that is the On Point liquid range. I am overall very impressed with it. The two bottles I would buy again are Honey and Cinnamon Danish and Strawberry Sponge. They're the two I would strongly recommend checking out. The Strawberry Sponge, I would never normally look for a juice like that, but I really like it. I really like it. So that is that. Let's just see what's going on in chat. If there's anything in particular people want me to talk about in chat, now is your chance. Put it in chat, and I will quickly talk about it for 5-10 minutes. I also got some vape mail today. I got the Zathog RDA from Vaping with Owen. He's a reviewer. He's a European reviewer. This is his second creation with Cthulhu mod. This one, what it is, what it is. I look despairingly over at my mod collection there. What it is a 30 ml RDA. So here's the Saver RDA. That's never going to happen. Oh, the little Saver RDA. What could have been, eh? But look at that. It's a huge, huge RDA. 30, and the reason I look over there despairingly, I don't have a single mod this will fit on well. So it's going to look a right slag in the review, if it gets a review. So let's try and get the cap off. Okay. So this is the Zathog. I'm going to say Zathog. RDA from Cthulhu and Vaping with Owen. Owen, not Owen. And this is the deck. This is the deck. Look at that. He's got these tantamount insane beliefs on airflow. And that I think that's a massive part of his designing process. Yeah, he's really, you know, he's really bent the laws of physics in his head, and they create these. They go towards the design of these things. So that's the deck's postless there. Look, you put your coil in this side, and then your airflow is just in the top. The airflow is just in the top, like the Sapor. If anyone remembers the Watovo Sapor, I was a big fan of that. So you've got non-adjustable airflow here, and then fully adjustable airflow along the top. Yeah, that closes right down. And yeah, so that well, I genuinely can't wait to see what the vape's like. Obviously, you know, you have to build accordingly for these things. It's gonna need some you're gonna need some beefy coils in there, and you're gonna need some big power, because a 30 ml RDA has a big chamber, and so you're going to need to fill that chamber with vapor, so to speak. So that's new in. Also from Cthulhu, the Iris Mesh RDA. Oh, I've got it in top chat. All right, that makes more sense. Okay, so this is the Iris Mesh RDA. I thought we'd done away with it. I thought we'd have all agreed that this was a shocking idea, but Cthulhu are reviving it. So this is the Mesh RDA. It's got an interesting airflow ring, so you can go loads of holes along all the way, both sides, or you can go loads of holes along the bottom, etc. Let's just see what the deck is like on here. All right, so now I can catch up with chat a bit. Ooh, Sinistral says Fury versus Wilder thoughts. Okay, so I'm just going to take that off if it makes it easier. Right. Okay, so Fury versus Wilder thoughts. Okay, this is non-vaping related, so I'll be as brief as I can. I'm a huge fan of Tyson Fury. I know he's done some questionable things in the past, but I'm a huge fan of him as a boxer, and I give him a chance against Wilder. The problem is, I think his greatest win was Klitschko, and it was a bit of a perfect storm for Tyson Fury against Klitschko because he made Klitschko, who's a very defensive-minded fighter, very cautious fighter, he made him scared of throwing shots. He stopped him from throwing shots, and once Tyson did that, he was able to feint, he was able to move, and he was able to pick his shots and use his incredible boxing skill. The issue for Tyson Fury in the Wilder fight is I don't think he's going to be able to push back Deontay Wilder. I don't think he's going to be able to frighten him with his power, with his accuracy or anything like that. I don't think he's going to deter Deontay Wilder. And so I think unless he comes in with an amazing game plan and boxes his socks off, I think he might just get walked down. He might just get walked down. And there's no doubt about Deontay Wilder hits the hardest in boxing right now. So I think it's a tough night for Tyson Fury, as much as I like him. So that's that. Okay, so we've opened this up now and we've got the deck. So what we've got going on is plates here, screws here, and what it is like a two sideways plates. So what you do is you literally do a loop of mesh and you just trap it inside these plates. I hope that makes sense. I will get a build in here. I can tell you right now, I'm not going to particularly enjoy the vape. One, it's vertical, and two, it's mesh. And doing mesh like this, oh well, I'll eat my words perhaps, but the Vape mesh RDA was absolute dog shit, and so this is going to use the exact same material. So what do you know, eh? I want to get this back in here. Right, so those are new in. Craig. I agree. Wilder is an absolutely terrible boxer, but he's got some tools. And it'll either be an absolute boxing masterclass shut out by Tyson Fury, or one of those crazy windmill punches will connect, and it'll be a very difficult fight from that point on. But I don't get me wrong, I don't particularly rate Wilder as a boxer, but styles make fights. Let's not get Gene Wilder versus Tyson Fury. If that was a thing, I'd favor Tyson Fury. Might have to be a catch weight, that one. People are enjoying this, the sheer size of the Zathog in comics. Ali's missed a bit. Don't worry, I think most people missed quite a lot of it because of the I'm gutted about that starting. I had some brilliant things planned. I had five different scenes ready. Derry Murphy says, why no saver RDA? I'd have one. It's not, never say never and all that. Never say never, but it's definitely not in the works right now. It's a bit of a back to the drawing board situation. Both with that RDA, but also, the collaboration between me and 3C Vape. It's not a perfect collaboration because they really need a high profile product or a high profile person to really put them on the map. I genuinely, and I love 3C Vape, and I've loved working with them. They've been brilliant. I'm so happy with the work they've done on the Saver. But the truth is, I'm a small reviewer and they're a small manufacturer, and that's a nightmare. And I genuinely think if the Saver had been made by Motiv2, for example, it would have sold quadruple the amount. Especially now I understand more about how distribution works and things like that. Motiv2 have been going so long, they've got so many distribution channels. They sell thousands and thousands and thousands of a product to distros before anyone even knows of the product, before anyone's tried the product, because they've got these connections already established. Whereas 3C Vape, they don't have as many distribution networks ready and established, and so it's going to take them a bit longer to find their feet, but they're going to get bigger and bigger, and they're going to do better and better, I'm sure. I have no doubt about that. But right now they're too small for me, and I'm too small for them. So hopefully I can design another nice thing with them in the future, but they're going to have to get a bit bigger, I'm going to have to get a bit bigger, etc. So that's where it stands. That's me being as honest as I can be on that. Really, it's a purely economics thing, commercially thing. So that's genuinely the reason why. Couple more minutes and then I'm wrapping up. No, we've gone. This is the problem with my channel and you and me, our little corner of the of vaping. We'd as much rather talk about food and boxing as we would vaping. So chat's just gone all crazy talk now. Right. Okay. Right. So, is there anything else I should show you? Right. I'll very quickly show you some other things that are in that I'm hoping to review. There's the Creed RTA. Got batteries in here. Ooh. This is the Creed RTA, a very solid RTA from Geek Vape. It's one of these big cloudy RTA affairs. They've borrowed some of Vaping with Owen's principles of airflow on here. They've done a special set of chambered pieces that have additional airflow, but you'd need a hydraulic suction engine to make use of them, unfortunately. But that to one side, a very solid RTA from Geek Vape. So that's a big RTA from Geek Vape. Now I've also got this. Now this is funky. Now no one seems to believe me when I tell them this is the Galaxy Mouth to Lung RDTA from Vapefly. And what have I got it set to right now? Right, I've got it on one little hole, Mouth to Lung RDTA. So you've got, I'm gonna have to. So you've got your coil at the top, RDTA. And I know you know what that means. And yeah, I've got it 0.8 coil, 15 watts. Honestly, really nice mouth to lung. This is what always comes back to me about the pod thing. You can get this. I totally get why pods exist, but I don't get why pods exist in our world. Look at that. But honestly, it's a really nice mouth to lung. Flavor is incredible, and it's a very nice little mouth to lung tank. And the things that people don't like about RDTAs tend to be to do with the wicking, and obviously in a mouth to lung tank that's much less of an issue. I'm kind of into that. I haven't got super far yet. I need to do another build. That's a little stainless steel mouth to lung coil in there, but I'm into that. I think that's almost great. So that's a thing. I've also got this. I don't even know how this came to me or what have you, but this is the MK RTA from Ace Tech. MK RTA from Ace Tech. I never heard of this tank, never heard of that company, and I don't know how they know where I live, but I got the tank nonetheless. Again, it's sort of a cloudy dual coil affair. The deck is a little bit dead rabbit-y, like a little dead rabbit RTA type thing. Airflow at the top. Interesting little RTA, very well made, I've got to say that. I did a sneak peek of this on my Facebook group. That's right, I have a Facebook group. If you want to gain access to my Facebook group, all you need to do is send me an email. My email is in the description always. It's a hotmail.com account, cd_v1ck@hotmail.com. And if you want to join my secret Facebook group, just drop me a message. But yeah, I gave them a sneak peek of the deck and everything in there. And for those that are in the group that are watching this, I'll be, as soon as I've got back on top of things a little bit more, I'll be back to doing sneak peeks and all that sort of stuff and chats in the Facebook group. So that's coming. That is coming. And Alex, no, I don't really polish mods. I've put ketchup on chips. Yeah, so if anyone wants to be in that Facebook group, simply email me and we'll sort it out. It's a secret group, so I have to invite you, so I have to be your friend on Facebook first. Don't worry, it's not too scary. You can unfriend me once I've added you into that group. So that's the thing. So if you want to be in that, let me know. Loads coming up, like I've said. Did I show you this? Oh God. This is the core RTA from Vapefly as well. This is made by some German people and Vapefly. So that is that. How long have we been on? Must be a while. So that's that. I think that's everything. There's nothing majorly controversial or interesting other than my sunburn that I need to get into. So there's no rants or anything. Loads coming up. Check out On Point Liquid. Stay tuned for reviews of the Rage and everything I've already just showed you. Coming soon, and there's some more stuff coming as well. I've just had a set of emails about some more stuff. So there's loads more things coming as well. I'm going to do a proper quick look on this. I know I've covered it a bit there, but I want to show you a breakdown of the pod and stuff like that. So I'll do a quick look on that as well soon. Any other business? No. Let's wrap it up. Let's quit while we're ahead. Quick cheeky vape on this. Thank you very much for watching. If anyone's watching on catch up, if you want to know how to not miss these shows, simply follow me on a social media platform, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. But thank you for watching, even though you didn't watch it live. Yeah. No. DNNS84. Is there anything when it comes to mods that you would really want to have at this time? I want a brushed stainless steel Dreamer, maybe a Paps V4, maybe a Karma RDA. I don't know. And I'm looking for a stab regulated mod for a saver to sit on. But other than that, nothing now. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. And let me know if you prefer the live to the recorded v1og's or etc. But I'll see you again soon, and drop me a note if you want to be on the Facebook thing or what have you. Comment below, like and subscribe, etc. Thank you very much for watching, and next time I guarantee it will be all singing, all dancing like it was going to be. It was going to be so good. It will be like that next time, I promise. Bye bye for now. Bye.